We are diving straight into the offseason action with the Kansas City Chiefs and rumors swirling around their running back situation. We look at the news regarding Kenneth Walker III and the potential trade landscape, and we explore the significant contract extensions that have been finalized, showing exactly where the team is placing its bets for the future. Season, examining everything from the impact of Patrick Mahomes and the schedule dynamics to the potential shifts in leadership and team morale. And finally, we confront the biggest looming question. Can the Denver Broncos derail Patrick Mahomes' excitement before it even starts? We examine the matchup dynamics, the historical performance against the Broncos, and why Denver needs to do whatever it takes to shut down the comeback narrative for the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs have reportedly secured a contract extension for their running back focus, amidst a busy offseason filled with trade rumors. Following the signing of Kenneth Walker III, several potential trade targets have either moved or secured lucrative deals to remain with their current teams. A notable example involves the Miami Dolphins, who were rumored as a potential trade partner in an attempt to acquire running back on a chain. That specific deal did not materialize, as a chain has reportedly signed a new, lucrative contract with the Dolphins. Reports indicate that a chain and the Dolphins agreed to a 4-year, $68 million contract extension, which includes $32 million guaranteed money. This development comes shortly after the New York Jets extended Breece Hall's contract with a high-value new agreement. A chain has established himself as a significant talent, having rushed for 1,350 yards and 8 touchdowns during the 2025 season in Miami, leading the league in yards per carry with an impressive 5.7 yards per carry, which set an NFL record for the highest single-season yards per carry. He was also recognized for his performance when named to the AFC Pro Bowl roster later in the year. The Kansas City Chiefs are undergoing a significant roster evaluation as the offseason progresses, with General Manager Brett Veach assessing the talent and depth across the 90-man roster in preparation for upcoming organized team activities. A detailed breakdown of the team's position groups, ranked by overall talent and depth, reveals distinct tiers of performance. The top tier features superstar-level talent capable of carrying a position group to premier status. At the quarterback position, Patrick Mahomes continues to progress following offseason injuries, bolstered by the addition of Justin Fields as a high-end backup and the potential of LSU's Garrett Nussmeier, suggesting one of the best quarterback assortments in the sport. In the offensive line, center Creed Humphrey is considered the best at his position, complemented by road-grading right guard Trey Smith, forming a potent 1-2 punch. The left tackle situation saw a shift, with Kingsley Suamadia moving to left guard, a change that proved beneficial. The running back room is undergoing a transformation, moving away from established names like Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, centering on reigning Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker, joined by former Cardinals Chung Crunner Emery Demercado and draft pick Emmett Johnson, though Walker's performance will be crucial. Defensively, the interior line shows significant potential, with first-round pick Peter Woods providing long-term upside, complemented by 2025 second-round pick Amar Norman-Lott returning from an ACL tear, marking the best interior defensive line crop in years. Linebacker depth remains solid, with Nick Bolton steady in his role and Cooper McDonald profiling for the starting Sam linebacker role. The tier below showcases veterans who are either past their peak or yet to fully develop, offering players fans can rely on for key roles in 2026-27. Elsewhere, special teams saw updates, with Matt Araiza ranked 14th in punter EPA and James Winchester returning to a one-year deal for continuity. The wide receiver group is positioned on thin ice. Rashee Rice is expected to deliver in his best season, with Xavier Worthy showing promise and Tyquan Thornton proving his capability. However, the group lacks sufficient plus depth, prompting speculation about external acquisitions like Stephon Diggs. The weakest position group identified is the defensive end unit. Despite the presence of formidable starter George Karlaftis, there is a notable lack of depth behind him. While 2025 draft selection Ashton Gillott shows promise for a second starting role, the overall cornerback room requires validation before being considered truly quality. The team is navigating numerous moving pieces, and the final tier remains uncertain, with the jury yet to decide the ceiling for several key positions. The NFL marketing apparatus is leveraging its prowess to create spectacle, with the draft and schedule releases becoming major viewing events. As fans anticipate the full schedule, predictions abound, though the reality of the season remains unpredictable due to unforeseen player injuries, roster changes, and performance fluctuations. The analysis suggests several compelling scenarios for the Kansas City Chiefs to maintain an undefeated regular season in 2026. One possibility involves a shift in divisional dynamics, suggesting that a quarterback in his 30s, like Patrick Mahomes or Justin Fields, could lead the charge, potentially resetting the landscape. The team is also positioned for success through strategic scheduling, including back-to-back home games in primetime. Furthermore, projections suggest the Chiefs could field a strong starting lineup, potentially even utilizing Garrett Nussmeier, capable of overcoming formidable opponents like the Dolphins. Other factors point toward external circumstances benefiting the Chiefs, including a perceived nice guy approach from teams like the Raiders, and potential instability within the Chargers' coaching staff leading to internal friction. The narrative also touches on historical momentum, referencing an anniversary-centric magic related to a past victory over the Falcons. Finally, the report posits that the Chiefs can leverage distractions from other teams' off-field issues to mentally impact rivals, suggesting a path toward an exceptional regular season. The NFL is buzzing with anticipation for the return of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who is expected to play in Week 1 against the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football. Despite suffering a significant injury last season, including a torn ACL and an LCL tear in his left knee, reports suggest Mahomes is tracking toward a return, fueling hopes that the Chiefs could immediately become Super Bowl contenders. However, analysts caution that the narrative surrounding a swift comeback is complicated. The Chiefs experienced a challenging season last year, finishing 6-11, and the Broncos reclaimed the AFC West crown, hosting the AFC Championship game. This context suggests the Broncos are positioned to derail the excitement surrounding a potential Chiefs resurgence. The decision to send the Broncos on the road for their season opener signals that the NFL is acknowledging the Broncos' return, while simultaneously wanting the Mahomes/Chiefs comeback story to materialize. The outcome of this game holds significant weight for the league's narrative. A Broncos victory could elevate Bo Nix and Denver as legitimate Super Bowl contenders, whereas a Chiefs win could undermine the comeback storyline. To counteract the hype, the Broncos are in a prime position to shut down the narrative. The team has historically played Mahomes exceptionally well, and statistical comparisons reveal a strong defensive performance. Against the Broncos, Mahomes has thrown 21 touchdowns for only 12 interceptions and been sacked 28 times. Similar trends exist against the Raiders and Chargers, highlighting Denver's defensive strength against the quarterback. This matchup presents a critical opportunity for Denver to secure a third loss for Mahomes against the Broncos and his first home loss against the Bo Nix-led squad. With the Broncos setting back-to-back franchise records in sacks, the team needs to exploit Mahomes' reliance on mobility. If Mahomes is to make a triumphant return, the Broncos must make him pay. Denver has the chance to control the national conversation, by effectively neutralizing the Chiefs' comeback hype before it gains momentum.